What's going on, guys? Joe with Strictly Commerce here. Today we're going to be going over why you should not start Amazon FBA private label in 2023. So inside of this video, we're going to be going over the reasons why you should not start with Amazon FBA, specifically private label, in 2023. Amazon FBA private label is when you're buying products from places like Alibaba or overseas manufacturers, branding them yourself, and then trying to sell them on Amazon.com. Within this model, you're going to be the only person on your listings, and you're going to actually own the brand that you're selling on, compared to selling big brands like you see behind me, like Vaseline, Dove, Irish Spring, etc. The reason that this model is different is because you're building your own product and adding it to the Amazon catalog. Within this model, you actually have a lot more control because you can control things like packaging, item weight, item quality, branding, color, listing, description. You have full control over what you're doing. However, this model is a lot harder to start as a beginner for many reasons. As a beginner, when you're first starting with Amazon, you don't really know how the platform works or what is selling, what doesn't, what Keepa charts mean, what rankings mean, etc. Also, you have no idea how to run PPC campaigns or anything like that. So the reason that I don't recommend this model is because you have to basically dump all of your money or a lot of your investment startup capital into one single product. You're gonna have to go pick an item that you want to start competing with that other sellers are selling. Then you're going to go find a manufacturer inside of China or Alibaba, source that product, get a sample sent here. Right off the bat, you're looking at 2 to 3 weeks before that sample comes. Then you're going to either improve the sample or approve the sample, and then you're going to have to order a batch of that item and then send it directly to the Amazon FBA warehouse. The part that is nice is with this model, you don't actually have to touch any of the items, and your manufacturers could actually send them directly to the Amazon warehouse for you. However, with that being said, when you're building out your own listing and you get your UPC created and have all the legwork done, and once you build out your description and take good pictures, you're gonna have to actually run marketing to your product in order to scale it. With normal products, like when I'm looking at a Dove listing, for example, I'll see that the item is ranked, let's say 16,000 in health and beauty, so I know roughly it sells 500-600 times per month. On the flip side, with this model, it is ranked, a couple million in its category when it starts, and it's up to you to actually bring traffic to the listing. This requires a lot of upfront work, like PPC advertising, keywords, listing optimization, quality pictures, and much more. So with this model, you're gonna have to do a lot of legwork, and basically the only way that you're gonna know if an item does well or not is after you actually have it sent in, after you've already done all those things, after you've already listed the item, after you've already put up all the time into PPC, manufacturing, sending the item in from China, which could take a month in some instances. This model is just a lot more legwork to start when you're a new beginner, and you're gonna have to put in a lot of work before you actually know whether an item does well or not. So my recommendation is starting out with a model like OA or Wholesale, where you already know how much an item sells and how well it can do. You can test a small quantity of units before going deep on it, and you could also spread your risk out over 50 SKUs compared to one. With this model, you're basically putting all your eggs in one basket by putting all of your effort into this one listing to see whether or not it does well. But the only thing is, you won't know if it's gonna do well or not until you invest a bunch of money. So I don't recommend, and I completely disagree with all the people that are saying you need to start with Amazon FBA private label, because you have no idea how well an item is gonna do. You have no idea how well the marketing is gonna go, or the PPC is gonna go, or how many times it's gonna take you to get a sample before the item actually comes out well from China. There's just so many different variables that you have no control over. And then on top of that, not knowing anything about the Amazon platform, there's no reason why you should be starting with this model. You should totally start out with models that are proven to work and that items are already proven to sell, that you can see how many sellers are on a listing, see how many times the item sells per month, and then eventually go into private label once you have experience with the platform, you know how to list products, you know what to look for in good items, etc. Yes, this model could be more profitable, and there is an exit strategy, as if you have a really good and profitable brand, you can sell that brand as time goes on. However, it's something that's just so much harder to start off the bat that it's going to discourage a lot of you from actually getting started. And you could learn the business and learn the platform by selling items that are a lot less risky, and then branch into something like this later on down the line. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and thank you for your business.